Hello everybody and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 1. I'm Hunter the One's there, Fred Polar Bear. And in the last part we went through Scrap Brain X 1, 2, and 3. All of which I can summarize as fucking balls hard, okay, and goddammit Labyrinth Zone. Though it's not really Labyrinth Zone-y because you can skip most of it. I guess showed last part. And in this part we're going to be doing Final Zone, which entails the Final Boss. And I've never had that happen to me before. I usually ran to the other side of the room. Speaking of that, how is this boss working? How do you work this boss? How do I beat this boss? How do you play this boss? Okay, so as you might be able to notice, Eggman can appear in one of 4 of these crushers, 2 of which will come down at a time, and you have to hit him 8 times as per normal. Once he comes down, he'll go back up again, and then that little light up there will shoot 4 electrical orbs of energy. That's redundant. Well, you know what I mean. What I usually do is, as you can tell, hit him if he appears on one of those 2 columns, run to the left side of the room, wait for the balls to, like, appear, and then wait a little bit after that. Just like, and after a little bit, I run back to the right side of the room and rinse and repeat. It's the safest way, and also, although time-consuming, it's the way I usually beat this boss, because rather, he's kind of just little things, like, I'm gonna get you, Sonic. I'm gonna get you. It's only a matter of time, Hedgehog, before I defeat you, and take your skin, and do things with it. Actually, you're just a nuisance. I'm not a good Eggman, I'm sorry. Nowhere near as good as the great Clement. Damn, I say near. Did I say Eggman? I bet everybody's gonna get really up in a twist when I say Eggman in a classic Sonic game video. But it's a tendency I happen to have because I've known him as Eggman for longer. Sorry. It's just a habit. Plus, when I think of Robotnik, I usually think of Sad AM's incarnation of the character, which is far more intimidating / badass, so I don't want to connect that image to this goofy little guy right here, who's adorable, and also dead. That was 8 hits, I wasn't even keeping count. Hey buddy, where are you going? You're not getting away. No siree, you're going down with the ship, Captain. Bye. Hope you enjoyed your journey. It's $5 for the trip. So yeah, that's basically it for Sonic 1. At least in terms of, you know, the normal game. And this is basically what happens when you get the gun ending. Summons will float up into the air, spin around in a big circle, and then flash. And then they're gone. That's about it. Oh yeah, and flowers too. Flowers appear there. I didn't really pay attention to that, but yep, that's about it. So, final thoughts, was a short credit sequence, so I'm going to try to compact as much as I can into these few minutes, even though it sounds like a motorboat trying to start up with how I've been talking most of this. I hope you can understand me, even though I sound like I'm talking like a crazy person. Okay, the controls in this game, they're pretty glorious. I played this game originally with the backbone ports, which are considered quite bad, even though they play fine, but if you're comparing it to the original game or the one on the Mega Collection, then there's just no comparison, apparently. I don't have the Mega Collection version, hence why I'm playing on an actual Genesis. But yeah, controls wonderfully. Sense of speed, you gain it really fast. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. The music, I much prefer the sounds of Sonic 3 and 2 over this one, but it has nice pieces. I like Spring Yard Zone. That's Starlight Zone, though. I don't want to comment on the graphics because, well, it speaks for itself. Pretty looking. Very, very nice. Everything cohesively works together. And, well, there isn't really much of a story, because, once again, this is an older game. And actually, I think this is the first game I've done in, well, no, Sonic CD first, but... Yeah, Sonic CD first. I did that. That was an older game. So I did that first, then also Kirby's Dream Land 1 was probably just as old. Long story short, this is the first time I've done a game legitimately on a console from an older era. I guess, I don't know. I'm making shit up. So, yeah. Special thanks to Fujio Magamashi and Papa. Who's Papa? I don't know, somebody's Papa. I probably said Fujio's name wrong, and I probably said his first name wrong too, but... Oops. However, there's also another port of this game for the Android and iOS, made by Taxman, who's the same man who made the Sonic CD remake on almost all systems. The Sonic 1 one that he made is only on mobile phones, though. But it's still a very good port that I recommend you get. Anyway, as we see Dr. Robotnik just angrily stomping the inside, it's like, God damn it, get the chaos. Bash, 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 bash. let us make a little bit of a jump cut to show off some bonus features! Woo! Alright, here's the first thing we will be showing off, which is the spike glitch. The glitch that occurs in which you can get combo chained, lose your shield, rings, and life, all in one go, without a chance to even breathe. Ain't that just wonderful? Yes, it is. It's just wonderful. Let's do a transition to the next thing, which is the zone select. If you hit up, down, left, right, you'll hear a chime. If you hit A and start at the same time, you'll gain access to the zone select. As the name implies, it allows you to pick any stage in the game in any order you please. Now, you might have noticed this by now, but you haven't. I'll point it out. The order is a bit different than the order of the stages you play in the game. You're probably wondering why that is. This was the intended order of the game. Yes, Starlight Zone was to come between Marble and Spring Yard, and Labyrinth Zone was indeed supposed to be the second stage of the game. That would have been quite a dickish difficulty curve, wouldn't you say? I'd say yes. See, you can pick that. And now for a little bit of a fun and wacky demo glitch. What do I mean by that? You know that demo that automatically plays after the goes and plays on the title screen? Well, if you hold all three of the normal Genesis buttons, that being A, B, and C, at the same time while the demo is playing, Sonic's path will, or Sonic himself I should say, will go a little bit kooky and do things he's not meant to do. Like this. He'll just keep doing this, and depending on which demo you do this in, he might actually die. I have no idea what happens if you die, but I bet it is something very glitchy and very not friendly to look at, and probably lots of explosions. Now then, there is another cheat you can do, which I don't show off separately, but in conjunction with this, is debug mode. If you do the stage select code, but also implement 4C somewhere in that code, you'll have access to this debug mode, which you'll know when it's on when you see your score all fucked up like that up there. With debug mode, you can, when you press start, you can press C to make the game move at 1 frame per second, press B to move in slow motion, or press A to return to the title screen. Now then, the true joy of debug mode is this. Actually, before I continue, I should mention the other code that allows you to get zone select and debug mode, which is doing up, down, left, and right 2 times with an extra input of up between the 2 up, down, left, rights, and the 4 C's from inputting the debug mode code. Then when you select the zone, hold A. Wait until Sonic appears. If you did it right, your score should be all fucked up. You have to hold A for the debug mode too. But yeah, with debug mode, you can basically place any item on the map, granted that the item rests within that zone. As you can tell, you can place badniks, you can place spikes, you can place walls, you can place ring boxes or monitors that basically have nothing in them for odd reasons. You can even glitch up the signpost, as you can tell there. And I'm also pretty sure that you're invincible in this when this is activated. I think if you press B while you're running around normally, you'll deactivate debug mode, and you can just play the game normally, but you can press B at any time to switch it back on. Now then, this is a special ring. You wouldn't be able to tell it by the fact that it's all fucked up, but yes, it is indeed a special ring. And, oh, another thing I should point out that, well, I'll put all the ways to put in the cheat codes and the other things to do that in the description. Basically, when you're as a box, you can press C to place the object. No, wait, I think you press C to escape that mode. Or, look at it's in the description, don't worry, I'll link it. But yeah, basically, you can't place the special ring properly unless you have 50 rings, and I wouldn't recommend placing it, otherwise, you won't be able to do anything. Yeah, pretty much. If you place a special ring in the middle of the stage, and it's not at the end of the stage, it'll just take you nowhere. And yeah, like I said before, depending on which stage you're in, you can place different set pieces. Like in Starlight, you can place the rising and lowering platforms, and probably also those badniks, amongst other things. So then, the question you must all be wondering, but probably not, is what happens if you use debug mode in a special stage? Well, you get that. I don't know what that is, but basically you can You can pretty much cheat all the special stages with this activated, but the real meat and potatoes is, what the hell is this going to prove? What the hell is the point of it? Well, if you go outside the level boundaries with debug mode and decide to just fly off the face of the earth, you get all these random pieces, unused level assets for special stage. I will replay that clip in slow motion for you. Yeah, so there's a bunch of reused level assets that weren't used, that aren't actually reused. Anyway, so that was that. Next time, we're going to be tackling Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Genesis. And I will be showing off the same things in the finale. So until then, see you later and goodbye. And to prove it, yes, there was indeed a cityscape.